Ojúmọ́ ire o níbi gbogbo tí a ti ń gbọ́ àṣẹ̀làbọ̀rọ̀ àṣẹ̀làbọ̀yè àṣẹ̀làbọ̀ ṣíṣe o ṣe gbogbo àtọ̀yìn o níbi gbogbo tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa láàárọ̀. It's a good day. Where are you streaming from? Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Moṣẹ̀làbọ̀rọ̀, Moṣẹ̀làbọ̀yè, Moṣẹ̀làbọ̀ ṣíṣe o. Where are you streaming from this morning? Mrs. O Forever, ẹ kú ojúmọ́ o, ẹ káàárọ̀ o, ṣé dáadáa ni o. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for joining us today. From Belgium, ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Keep tapping on your screen as you join. Tap on your screen. Let me know where you're streaming from as you join us this morning. From YouTube, Ojúmọ́ ire o, Elaboru, Elaboye, Elabo ṣíṣe o. Grand Rising, thank you for joining us. This is Ashe for today, our daily Ifa show, where we dive into the Odù Ifa for each new day, and we make our Ashe and Iwuri for each new day. Please keep tapping on your screen. Power tap on your screen, please, so that the algorithm can push this to as many people as possible. Grand Rising, Ojúmọ́ ire o, Elaboru, Elaboye, Elaboshe. Thank you very much for joining us. Eshe, Eshe, Adupe. It's another day, and we're about to start our day learning from the Odù Ifa, just like our ancestors did, just like our forefathers did. If you can hear me clearly, please let me know that you can hear me from both platforms, from YouTube, from TikTok. Let me know that you can hear me clearly. Elaboru, Elaboye, Elabo ṣíṣe o, àṣeògbó atọ́ fún gbogbo àwa tá a wà lórí live stream yìí lénìí. Ẹ káàárọ̀ o, ẹ kú ojúmọ́ o, ṣé dáadáa la jí, àjíire bí. Please keep tapping on your screen, and as you join in, let me know where you're streaming from. It's very important so that we know where our audience is and where to push in for the new audience. Please tap on your screen, keep tapping on your screen, keep liking, keep sharing, so that the algorithm can know that this is good content for other people to see. Ojúmọ́ ire, Ojúmọ́ ayọ̀. If you are joining me for the first time, let me know so that I can welcome you officially and make an Iwuri for you as you join. Wonola from England, thank you so much. Ademola láti ìlú Èkó, Àṣẹ̀làbọ̀rọ̀, Mr. El Yadrif, thank you so much for being here again this morning. Today we are diving into another Odù Ifa. What is the Odù Ifa? The Odù Ifa is the GPS of life. Odù Ifa is the one that guides us into our day, that tells us how to handle everyday life, how we appropriate things into our everyday life. Sister Ajoke, Ojúmọ́ ire o, Ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, Ojúmọ́ àlàáfíà fún gbogbo wa. Nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi, mo ṣe Elaboru, Elaboye. Today we are going into another Odù Ifa where we are going to learn. Kí ni ọ̀rọ̀ tí Ifá ń sọ lénìí? What is Olódùmarè saying to us? The divine and supreme being speaks directly to us as a people in Yoruba land, and he speaks to us through the Odù, through Ifa. Ifa is the voice of Olódùmarè. Keep tapping on your screen, keep liking, keep sharing. Please, we need to get as many people as possible on this live streaming. So tap on your screen, that's what we'll do. Yesterday, Odù Ifa wo la gbé yẹ̀wò lánàá? What is the Odù Ifa that we talked about yesterday? Odù Ifa wo la gbé yẹ̀wò lánàá? Odù Ifa wo la sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lánàá? What Odù Ifa did we treat yesterday? For those of you that were here, I can see people who are here yesterday today. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀, thanks for joining us. I need to know if you remember the Odù Ifa tá a sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lánàá. Odù Ifa wo la kọ́ ń pa ẹ̀ lánàá? Ẹ̀kọ́ Odù Ifa wo? Owonrin ọ̀yẹ̀kú, wọ́n ní Owonrin ọ̀yẹ̀kú, Owonrin ọ̀yẹ̀kú, ẹ ṣé gan, Owonrin ọ̀yẹ̀kú. Thank you very much. It's amazing that you are following and you're remembering and retaining this, because what we are teaching every day is life. Ifa is a combination of your entire life. So as you learn and you retain it, you are able to apply it to your life. Owonrin lósì ọ̀yẹ̀kú lọ́tùn, ẹ ṣé. Owonrin ní ọwọ́ òsì, ọmọ Ọ̀yẹ̀kú ní ọwọ́ ọ̀tún. Òun ni odù Ifá tá a gbé yẹ̀wò lánàá. Nínú odù Ifá àná yẹn, ta ló lè sọ pé nǹkan báyìí la kọ́? From the odù Ifá yesterday, who can tell us what we learned? What is that? What was that one thing that you took away from the odù Ifá yesterday, and you are going straight to apply it to make your everyday interactions better, particularly in our relationships? The odù Ifá for yesterday was centered around marriage and relationships, and was centered around one sensitive part of marriage and relationship, which is adultery, cheating when it comes from women. How did the man handle it? The prototype of Obatala, Orishanla, as an example in that situation. How did Odù Ifá handle it? He says, if your girl cheats, forgive her. Now, Ifá gave us a balance yesterday. Ifá made us realize that, you see, this cheating, adultery thing, it can come from both sides. It's not just something that is peculiar with one gender. It can come from both sides. And Ifá allows that when it happens, extend the hand of forgiveness, even if it is your woman that did. Extend the hand of forgiveness. Ask from Ifá. Ifá will tell you what to do. Now, if Ifá had told Orishanla yesterday in the Odu that, ìyàwó ẹ yìí o, kó kọ̀ sílẹ̀ kó máa lọ, àjọṣepọ̀ yín kò lè wapọ̀ mọ́. If Ifá had told, if the Odu Ifá had told Orishanla that this your woman, let her go, your relationship with her is no longer beneficial to you. It is causing problems and pain and, bringing negativity to you. Orishanla would have done that, because Orishanla went to ask Ifá for Ifá's opinion on that situation. But Ifá says, this and this is what your wife is doing, yes. In fact, she's on her way to the farm as we speak right now to still go and commit another act of cheating and adultery. And Ifá says that this is the ebo, the sacrifice and the appeasement that she has to do to fix the home. Ifá even went further to talk about the man with which she was also cheating, because for every act of cheating, there are two people involved. Ifá also said that that person should make ebo so that their life will not end abruptly. Now, that was Ifá's way of telling us that even as a man, when anything happens in your marriage or relationship that is cheating, adultery, heartbreak, whatever it is, from your woman to you, Ifá says your first step, to know the step to take in that situation, ask Ifá. And if Ifá says, go ahead, make ebo, make a tutu, forgive her, fix your home, go ahead and do it. Because you don't want to lose a good woman just because she's cheating. So yes, the Odu went that way, and we picked one or two things. Now, when we were done with the Odu for yesterday, what was the other thing we talked about? What was the other thing we talked about? Orishanla Obatala was spectacular in maintaining his marriage. He did ebo for, he did ebo for his wife and the man that the wife was cheating. That's a huge one. So after we delved into the Odu for yesterday, there was something very important to be mentioned. Ojumo Oreo, Ojumo Ayo, Grand Rising. There was something very important we talked about towards the end of yesterday's episode. If you are here, please, can you talk about it? We talked about Ifá in another aspect, another entire aspect of Ifá. We talked about the theory of everything. We talked about Ifá's theme. We talked about Ifá's theme. Ifá in relation with science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, the theory of everything, the binary coding of Ifá that helps us to handle everything, that solves everything. And that is why people keep asking, are you saying that when we come to Ifá, we have the solution to everything? Is it everything Ifá can do? Have you ever experienced a situation where a client came and Ifá could not handle it? No. It is the theory of everything. It covers every aspect of life. But for yesterday, we were focusing on the part of Ifá that covers science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And we call it Ifá coding. That was what we spoke about yesterday. And for those of you that have been following me for a while, I have been stressing on the fact that there is more in Ifa than just spirituality and what you call religion. There is so much more in Ifa than just my village people is attacking me. How do I solve that problem? There is so much more in Ifa than that. And yesterday we started talking about it. And on every episode, I will be making out time to talk and stress about this. Now, this aspect of Ifa is what I will say is open for everybody, irrespective of whether you are Ifa devotee spiritually or not. We will dive into it again later in the course of this episode. Today is episode 20 of Ashe for Today. On the 1st of August, we started this. We decided to wake up every morning and ask Olodumare, what is the direction for the day? What is the knowledge and the blessing of that day? Which is why we say, please, what is our hashtag? Type it in the comment section. What is our hashtag? Type it in the comment section. Please use the mic and respond. What is our hashtag? Type it in the comment section. The hashtag for this program. What is it? My blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. My blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. So on this program, we remind ourselves that our blessing, everything we need for life is here now. It is not something we are hoping, we are wishing will come. Ashe, it is done. We did not say Ashe, it will be done. We didn't say Ashe, we pray that it will be done. We didn't say Ashe, maybe it is done. May it be done. We hope it's done. We pray it's done. No, Ashe, it is done, meaning that it is an already established thing. It is a present day reality. When you go to somebody and say, it is done, I've done it, it means that thing is settled. You had already finished it, which is a reminder to us that Olodumare has already done whatever it is that you think, hope, and need in life. Everything was settled long before you and I came to this side of life to happen, to live, to be. So our blessing is here. We met it here. We did not come into this world and have to start praying that God bless me, give me a car, give me a house, give me a hope. In between, one of our viewers sent me when I mentioned car, I remember, one of our viewers sent me a testimony, a review this morning. He came to show gratitude this morning. He said he just bought his very first car. Now, somebody is wondering, what does that have to do with this? I told you, I said, if you get the knowledge of Ifa and you apply it to your everyday life, it will produce results in you. It is a formula. He sent the message around 4 a.m. Around 4 a.m. By the time I saw it, I was already preparing for this. So after this live streaming, I'm going to listen to the process of how we went. Because I remembered when that person first came to me, he was struggling to buy spiritual products. He wanted to buy spiritual product for cleansing. He wanted to make a divination, but financially he was struggling. And that was less than 2 months ago. I mean, my last chat with the person was like in August, early August. That was less than a month ago. Let's put it in about a month ago. And the person has been consistently coming up, consistently applying everything that we have been taught. We have put up a flash goal. Please help us meet our flash goal for today. That's a flash target for today. 9 gifters to please come up and help us meet our flash goal for the day. In the next 14 minutes, the flash goal will be off. Please be a part of it. Thank you. So the guy sent me a message and he says, Yanifa, I bought my first car and I wanted to make sure that everything was all cleared. I have the keys, I have the cars, I have the papers, and I will be able to show it to you. And he did. And he did. Now, these things work. It is the theory of everything, the formula of everything. That is what Ifa is. The formula and the theory of everything. Thank you so much as you send in your gift to help us meet our goal. Yanifa, thank you so much. Eshe goni o, ajiabusi fun yin o, Owonrin mole, wọ́n á dúró tì yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. And he applied it. Now, I know that we are going to get to a point in this our Ifa journey. Olajide Eshe o, as you help us meet our goals, whatever goals and targets you have set for yourself in life, Àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ will make it possible and easy for you to meet it. For everybody that is dropping in their gift for this 15 minutes goal target, whatever you have set your mind to do that you cannot speak to anybody about, whatever timeline you have given to yourself, that you have given to yourself, that this is what I want to be able to achieve before the end of this year 2025. Eledumare will make it easy for you. Your ancestors will make it easy for you. Ajé will come with you, come to you. Ajé á rọ̀gbà yín yíká, Ajé á ró tì yín, Ajé á dúró tì yín láti jẹ́ kó ṣeé ṣe. Wọnú ọlá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, nínú ọlá lẹ ti máa lọ sínú ọlá, nínú ògo, nínú ọlà, nínú owó lẹ ti máa lọ sínú owó láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. So that was that review. So I was saying that I'm waiting for a time when people that have applied the knowledge of Ifa, either through divination, Ebo, Etutu, through buying spiritual products, applying the knowledge, I'm waiting for a time when you will be able to come on this show and boldly with your face tell everybody that this is what Ifa has done with proof. We are still at a point when, we're not able to fully tell the people around us or confidently want everybody around us to know that we are on the path of the Orishas. Yes, because, some people, their spouses don't agree with it. Their family members are not in support. Their workplace doesn't support things like that. I understand. Ori understands. Ifa understands. Olori understands. And it's okay. Even if it is in private conversation that you can share your reviews. Ejo, send in your review. Remember when I said there is always this part attached to the Odu, to the Eseifa, and it is for a reason. They would always say, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣẹnu rere yin awo, làwọn yin Ifá, Ifá yin Elédùmarè ọba. They always come back to thank their Ifa. Ifa will thank, they will come back to thank their awo, their babalawos and their yanifas to show gratitude. And they would in turn show gratitude to Ifa, and Ifa shows gratitude to Olodumare. Somebody was asking the other day that if Olodumare is the voice, if Ifa is the voice of Olodumare, how then do you say Ifa is showing gratitude to Olodumare? Ifa is praising Olodumare. Excuse me, sir. Let me answer that question again. For those of you that are thinking it, what does your mouth do when you are praising yourself? Your mouth is the one that praises you. They said if their Gamma leader falls down and nobody is there to thank you, he looks up, he looks down, and he looks at himself like, me self have tried. So yes, and Olodumare, no, Olodumare, Olodumare. So let that be you. Don't be the person that is experiencing positivity, no matter how little it is. Let the people that are putting effort into guiding you in the ways of Ifa and Orisha, let them know. It is ìwúrí ló jẹ́ fáwa pé wọ́n padà wá bá wa sọ pé bífá ṣe sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ la ṣe bá. Nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ tà fún wa bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. It is a thing of joy and encouragement for us. This morning, that was what I needed to start my day, because I didn't sleep until 3 a.m. and I still had to wake up at 4 to get ready for Ashe for today. So messages like that, reviews like that, testimonies like that, when you share your joy and your growth in that sense. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀, thank you so much. Ọlájídé, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ wọ́n bá wa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. When you share all of that, it encourages us. Sometimes that might be the only thing your babalawo needs to hear to boost the strength and the energy for the day, because some of you forget that babalawos and yanifas are also human. They can be tired. They can be stressed. They can be weak. They can feel down. They can feel dejected. They can feel sad. And they will be needing your encouragement to push them along the way. So I will not mention the person's name, but Inumidun Ayomiku for the review that you sent. The person is on this live streaming. Last year, Elédùmarè tó pèsè ọkọ̀ yẹn fún yín, kò ní dípò sí fún yín, ẹ ní wàá lu ìjàmbá, ẹ ní wàá lu wàhálà. Ọkọ̀ yẹn ò wá ní di àgbàná fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ògúnlákayé Ọ̀ṣun Ìmọ̀lẹ̀, the Orisha of metals, will protect you as you drive that car in and out. Ẹ ti wá ṣe ẹyọ kan láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ẹ ní fi ṣòpin. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ti rà fúnra yín, and you confidently said, this is my first car. láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ẹ̀ẹ́ra méjì ẹ̀ẹ́ra mẹ́ta ẹ̀ẹ́ra mẹ́rin ẹ̀ẹ́ra márùn ẹ̀ẹ́ra fọ́rẹ́ ẹ̀ẹ́ra fẹ́bí ẹ̀ẹ́ra fara débi tẹ́ ẹ ti lè fi mọ́tò kẹ́ fi lè ṣe ìtọrẹ àánú fún yàn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè mọ́tò yẹn á pèlé wa á pè ajé wa á pè ọlá wa á pè ọlà wa fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè bó dẹ̀ ṣe máa rí fèmí àti yín nìyẹn for every one of us that has been consistent with Ifá máa gbè wá wọ́n ní Ifá tẹjú mọ́ Ifá wò wá re àwa náà ti tẹjú mọ́ Ifá báyìí we have set our gaze on Ifá and we say here we are staying here going anywhere Ifá gbè wá what we are looking for that makes us wake up at this time and show up every day láṣẹ Èdùmàrè it will be made possible for us as you join in please hit the plus button and follow hit the subscribe button and subscribe keep liking keep sharing keep your gifts coming in keep your comments flowing and let's get into the Odrifa for this new day. For those of you that are on the Ifa Global community, you already have a sneak peek. Immediately I make the, immediately Tabada Ifa, excuse me. Immediately Tabada Ifa for the day. I usually post what the summary of the Odu. I post it on the Ifa Global community. If you are not on that channel, the Ifa Global community, please send a message via the WhatsApp number that is now showing on your screen to join the community. The link will be shared with you to join the Ifa Global community. We share information about Ifa, about Isheshe daily. The plans that we have, the things we are doing. You get to share your space with people that are of like minds. If you are on YouTube, it will be in the description box of this video. Just check the description box. You'll see join the Ifa Global community and you'll be able to join. So in the community this morning, I have already shared because we make these divinations every morning before we come on the live streaming. And then we read it up to prepare for what the day is going to look like. It's talking about, today's Odu is talking about what does Ifa tell us? How does Ifa help us to handle the passing of a loved one? The period of mourning, when you are mourning a loved one. How does Ifa help us to handle that? What does Olodumare say about that? In fact, people ask, why do we have to experience that? Why does our loved one have to be taken away? Is it the devil that, you know how religion tells us that when something like that happen, when people pass from this world to the other life, they say it is the devil. What exactly does Ifa have to say about it? That is what the Odu Ifa for today will be talking about. But before then, what's the first thing that we do? What's the first thing that we do before we dive into the Odu? Some people are wondering, why do I keep asking that question every day? It's because I want you to know. I want you to know. I want you to get to the point that you know that you know that you know. Let it stick and sink. Let it override the misconception they've taught you. That's why I keep repeating it. Repetition will make it stay and stamp and erode the jati tó ti kọyín tẹ́lẹ̀. Ìbà ni a máa ń ṣe, a máa ṣèbà, a máa ṣèbà, a máa ṣèbà. So we make Ìbà. Let it sink that before you start your day, before you do anything at all, in Ifa and Isheshe, what you do is make Iba. Iba is paying homage, recognizing the powers and the authorities that be, and paying homage to them. That is what Iba is. Now, if you don't understand Yoruba, you can learn the Iba in English. Just click on the subscription button in the bio of this TikTok channel. You'll see subscription. Click on it. You'll see Pray the Ifa Way. Join and learn. Some people will say, oh, our ancestors, are they going to listen to us in English? Will our ancestors understand English? Oh, your ancestors understand every language in which it comes. If you're an Igbo person that is practicing Ifa, once you learn the Odu Ifa in English, you can speak it in your local Igbo language. You can speak it in Tree. You can speak it in Ga. You can speak it in French, in Spanish, in whatever language it is. Once you can learn it in English, if you don't understand Yoruba, it's supposed to be a part of our everyday life. Akodaye Ashiba. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà,
ìbà àṣẹ,
àṣèbà ṣẹ̀dá, àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́,
ìbà àṣẹ,
àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé àṣèbà. Àṣèbà a lè wí lè ṣe, a lè
ìbà
ṣe lè
àṣẹ,
wí. Àṣèbà agbára tó ṣílẹ̀kùn ọjọ́ èní.
ìbà àṣẹ,
Àṣèbà Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, ọba tí ń fọba jẹ. Ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayérayé.
ìbà àṣẹ,
Elédùmarè ọba tó jókòó tó fi gbogbo àgbálá ayé tó fi ṣe àpótí ìtìsẹ̀ rẹ̀.
ìbà
Àṣèbà
àṣẹ,
aníkíbà wá ṣe o.
àṣẹ,
Ọ̀ràn ọmọ oníṣẹ́ fàyàtì àṣèbà. Alágbádá iná aláwọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ oòrùn.
àṣẹ,
Bàbá àgbà arúgbó ọjọ́ àṣèbà. A lè wí lè ṣe, a lè ṣe lè wí. Asọ̀rọ̀ mátàsé àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣe o.
àṣẹ,
Ọ̀ràn ọmọ oníṣẹ́ fàyàtì. Ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayé. Amẹ̀dá, awẹ̀dá, aṣẹ̀dá. Bí yín ò sí Elédùmarè, kò sẹ́ni tó tó bí yín, kò sẹ́ni tó tó sọ yín. Ọba tí ì tí, ọba tí kì í ṣá, ọba tí kì í gbó, àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣe o.
àṣẹ,
Ajagunmalé olúwo òde ọ̀run àṣèbà, àṣèbà
àṣẹ,
olúbíkin, àṣèbà ọ̀sán ìbíkin, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀, gbogbo àwọn tó tẹ ìlú yìí dó, gbogbo àwọn
àṣẹ
tó
o,
ṣáwó kù sẹ́yìn fáwa, àṣèbà àwọn aláṣekù, àwọn tó ní ká máa bẹ́, àwọn tó ní ká máa wà, àwọn tó gbé fálé àwa lọ́wọ́ tí wọn ò jẹ́ kí fá ó parun.
ìbà àṣẹ o,
Àṣèbà yín o, aníkíbà wá ṣe o.
àṣẹ,
Àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba níjòyè níjòyè, àṣèbà onílé, àṣèbà ajíbọ́lá, àṣèbà idán, àṣèbà ògbódò ọ̀rà, aníkíbà wá ṣe o. Àṣèbà
àṣẹ,
gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ifá nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi, níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá wà, mo ṣèbà orí, mo ṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá. Àṣèbà ọlọ́kàn tó wà wá wá sáyé, ìyá wa àti bàbá wa, àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú wa àtàwọn tó ti rebi àgbáre, àṣèbà
ìbà
aníkíbà
àṣẹ,
wá ṣe o.
àṣẹ,
Àṣèbà ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pákẹ́ àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, àṣèbà ọ̀sá méjì, àṣèbà ọ̀sá ẹlẹ́yẹ, àṣèbà àwọn ẹlẹ́yẹ, àwọn òṣòròmọ̀nìgà, àwọn atẹ̀dọ̀jòròró, àwọn tó ń jẹ, àwọn tó ń jẹ̀dọ̀, tó ń jẹ̀fun, tó ń jara, káàdẹ̀ kì í dẹ́jẹ̀ lẹ́nu wọn, àṣèbà. Ògbìngbìngbìn tí ń dún gbìngbìngbìn lẹ́yìnkùlé ẹni tó bá wù wọ́n, àṣèbà. Àwọn tó ń jẹ ayé, àwọn tó gbé ayé sọ́wọ́, àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣe o.
àṣẹ,
Àṣèbà gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọ síbí, gbogbo babaláwo, gbogbo ìyá nífá, gbogbo bàbá lórìṣà, gbogbo ìyá lórìṣà, àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣe o. Gbogbo àwọn àpẹ̀tẹ̀bí, gbogbo àwọn eléwé ọmọ, gbogbo àwọn oníṣègùn, gbogbo àwọn tó jókòó tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ irúnmọlẹ̀, gbogbo àwọn tó ń lù ú tó ń dún fún wọn, gbogbo àwọn tó fiṣẹ́ ara tí wọ́n lẹ̀ tó ń gbọ́ tẹlòmíì, àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣe o. Ọmọdé tó bá wọlé tó júbà, òun ló máa roko dalẹ́. Èmi àti yín ti wọlé lénìí àti júbà, ó di dandan ká roko dalẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n níbà ò kí ń hun ọmọ ènìyàn, ìbà ò ní hun èmi àti yín o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ìbà ṣẹ. Odù Ifá tí a máa wọnú ẹ̀ lénìí, odù Ifá tá a máa kọ́ nípa ẹ̀ lénìí. Odù Ifá yẹn ni ẹ máa wo ọ̀kan níbí, èjì níbí, èjì níbí, èjì níbí, ọ̀kan níbí, ọ̀kan níbí, ọ̀kan níbí, ọ̀kan níbí. Ṣé ẹ lè rí dáadáa bẹ́ẹ̀? The Odù Ifá, can you see it properly? The Odù Ifá is 1, 2, 1, 1 ní apá ọ̀tún, 2, 2, 1, 1 lápá òsì. Wọ́n ní kò clear. Okay. Ẹ ní sùúrù ńgbà yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún odù yẹn tẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kò clear. Èèyàn ọmọ awo, ẹ ní sùúrù. Look at it though. 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Odù Ifá tó wà lójú ọpọ́n ni. Ṣó ti clear báyìí? Ẹ dẹ̀ ń bá yín kà dáadáa. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. Ọ̀kan, èjì, ọ̀kan, ọ̀kan, èjì, èjì, ọ̀kan, ọ̀kan. Odù Ifá wo nìyẹn? Lápá bí odù Ifá wo ni 1, 2, 1, 1. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ifá, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ifá, ẹ̀yin ọmọ awo, ńbọ̀lẹ̀wà, ńbọ̀lẹ̀wà, ńbọ̀lẹ̀wà. This is how we learn, or this is how we remember. This is how we learn, this is how we remember. Odù Ifá wo ni? What is the Odù Ifá that is showing on this Ọ̀pọ̀n Ifá? 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. Otura, ẹgbà Otura ní ọwọ́ àlàáfíà yẹn, ẹgbà Otura níbẹ̀ yẹn, ẹgbà Otura. Otura òun ṣe ìwọ̀nrín o. Owonrin là ń pè é. Odù Ifá Otura Owonrin. Otura Owonrin. This is Otura 1211 and this is Owonrin 2211. Otura Owonrin, Odù Ifá Otura Owonrin, òun ló wà ní YouTube. Otura Owonrin, àǹtí Àjọkẹ́ ẹ ṣé o. Otura Owonrin, òun lodù Ifá tí a fẹ́ gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí. Kí ni odù Ifá Otura Owonrin sọ? Otura Owonrin sọ pé, read from here. Odù Ifá Otura, it said odù Ifá Otura Owonrin speaks of end of life, okay? It speaks of passing as a part of the cosmic order. It speaks of passing. When your loved ones pass, it is a part of a flower to reconcile. Maybe you should send the message via WhatsApp. Odù Ifá Otura Owonrin ní kárìkáṣí kátà, ìmọ̀rímọ̀ ó mọ̀ wọ́n, ará oko mọ ará ilé, èrò ayé àti èrò ọ̀run wọn á túnra rí. Ètùtù kì í túká kí ó má gbárajọ, adífá fáwa ènìyàn tí máa ń sunkún òkú. Ibi ọmọ aráyé ti wá lọmọ aráyé padà sí, èwo ni tẹkún, èwo ni tìbànújẹ́, èwo ni ti ìgbára ṣánlẹ̀, èwo ni ti àìjẹun, èwo ni ti ìgbára ṣánlẹ̀, èwo ni ti àìjẹun. Ẹni tí ó rán ni wá, òun ló tún pe ni padà síbi tó ti wá. Èyí tí ó mú nínú ayé, èyí tó mú àwa nínú ayé kò mú Elédùmarè. Ọmọ aráyé máa ń jókòó sáyé kí wọ́n máa ṣebi ni. Elédùmarè ò fẹ́, Elédùmarè ò gbà. Ǹjẹ́ bí mo bá wí pé ẹ máa lọ náà ni. Bí mo bá wí pé ẹ máa bọ̀ náà ni. Ọmọ kò lè ṣàìgbàmọ̀ràn bàbá rẹ̀ káyé má gún. Ikú ló mú ọmọ wá mọ ọ̀run. Ta ni ó rò f'Elédùmarè? Ta ni ó ro Elédùmarè bí kò bá ṣe èṣù? Oníkálùkù wá ń ro nǹkan tó máa jẹ, nǹkan tó máa mu, òun là ń wá kiri. Ẹ mọ òkùnkùn, ọmọ ò dẹ̀ mọ bàbá rẹ̀. Fọ̀ sí mi kí n fọ̀ sí ọ, òun la fi ń mọra wa nínú òkùnkùn. Ọmọ ẹyẹlé funfun 4, àgùntàn 4, ẹgbẹ̀rin owó. Wọ́n gbọ́ rírú ẹbọ, wọ́n rú nítorí pé kí wọ́n bá lè pẹ́ nínú ayé àti pé kí wọ́n lè máa rí ire. That is the Odù Ifá that was done. That is the Odù Ifá Otura Owonrin. For those of you that understand Yoruba, you could pick the things that this Odu was talking about, but we are still going to break it down. Now, for the English audience, follow me. They said the omniscient one, the omnipotent one, the all-knowing one, which is Olodumare, he knows those who wickedly shoot at others. People of the farm know the people of the town. The travelers of the earth and the travelers of heaven, we still see each other again. Why do you read from the left sometimes and from the right another time? Oh, sorry, we are going to get to that. The omniscient one knows who is wicked and who shoots at others. People of the farm know the people of the town. Travelers of the earth and travelers of heaven, we will still meet each other, meaning that the people that are in this life and the people that have passed to the other life, Ojuan Tunrari, we will still meet each other again. We will still meet each other again. This was the divination that was made for human beings who are mourning for the dead. People of the earth are returning to where they came from. So what are the tears for? What is the sorrow for? What is the jumping up and down and smashing your body on the floor for? What is the fasting for? What is you going without food for? He who sends us to this earth will call us back one day. He will call us back home. That which pleases us on the earth does not please Olodumare. The people on the earth sit on the earth and they do evil. Olodumare does not like it. Olodumare does not accept it. Well then, if Olodumare says go, we go. If Olodumare says come, we come. If a child does not know his father and honor his father, how is the earth right? Who thinks of Olodumare if not Eshu? Who thinks of the poor people? Everybody is thinking of themselves. They are looking for food. They are looking for drinks. Now, the mystery of darkness. If a child does not know his father, yet he knows the darkness. Speak to me, and I will speak to you. It is by our voices that we recognize each other in darkness. The ebo that we were asked to make, 4 pigeons, 4 sheep, and 8,000 cowries. We as human beings, we heard this ebo and we sacrificed. That is why we are able to live long on earth. And during our living long on earth, we are able to experience goodness and blessings. Odrifa, Otura, Owonrin is a very long Odu, and it's an Odu that helps us to reflect. Now, the beginning part of that Odu talks about Olodumare as the all-knowing one. He knows those that are evil, people that are sitting in darkness and shooting arrow into light. Olodumare knows them. There is no hiding place for them. He goes on to also say that the people of the farm, àwọn èrò oko àti èrò ọ̀run, wọ́n mọra wọn, wọ́n máa pàdé ara wọn. It's a call to tell us that the people that we did not see on earth, or the ones that we see and we no longer see them because they have passed, we are still going to see them again. All of us are still going to live here to go to the other side of life where we came from. And then he says, the travelers of the earth and the travelers of heaven, those of us walking through this life and people that are walking through the other life in Orun, we are still going to meet each other because everybody is going to go back to where they came from. So if you are wondering what does Odrifa say about afterlife, what happens at the end of this life, Odrifa says we will return to where we came from. There is no hell, there is no heaven. Nobody is going to any hell. Where you came from is where you will go back to. Your spirit continues a journey in another form. This is just one of the forms. This is not the beginning of life. Human life is not the only form of life that exists. And Odrifa is here supporting that. So people came from Orun into this earth. Remember, I always tell you the story of Ajala, Mori Mori. Exactly. The end of life is not destruction. It is a transformation. It's just a passage into somewhere. Take for instance, you see off your friends and family to the airport and you watch their plane take off. Is that the end of their life? No. But will you continue to see them the way you used to see them before, now that they have relocated? No. But does that mean that they have been destroyed or they have ended? No. They have just gone to continue life on another plane, in another country, in another continent. It's just a continuation of life. Is it the same kind of life we have there? Maybe not. In the country they are going, things might be different, but we know that they are still alive. We communicate with them via the phone call, the same way we still communicate with our ancestors that have passed. They are still with us. There is no such thing as they are ghosts, they are now become demonic, ancestors are demonic. No, it's just another continuation of life. So he says here that this was the divination that was done for people who were mourning their loved ones that has passed. Olodumare is asking us through Ifa. Olodumare says, these people have returned to where they came. So what are you crying for? What is the tears for? Why are you crying? Because somebody has finished their life on this path and they've gone to another side of. Why are you crying? What is the tears for? Why are you mourning? Why are you in pain? Why are you The Yoruba says, Kini igbera shanle. You know how people will stand up, throw their body on the floor, this way, that way, and they are crying and they are wailing. He says, what is the fasting for? Why are you eating? Why are you not eating? Who told you not to eat? Just because somebody you loved has passed. Olodumare is telling us through this Odù Ifá pé kò necessary rárá. That is not the way that we honor people that have passed. That's not the way that we express our emotions to the people that have passed. Now, will you miss them? Yes. Is it painful that suddenly people just go from here? Yes. But you see, the reality is, Olodumare said here that the one that sent them is the one that has called them. People are passing. Now, if we come to the realization of that and we sit with the truth of that, it makes it easier for us to deal with it. We no longer see it as God has done something terrible. We no longer sit down in our house and say, God, why? God, why? Why? Why does it have to be me? Why does this thing have to happen? We come to understand that it is a normal part of cosmic existence. People pass and people go. Passing through, that is what it's called. We are just passing through. It's a journey. So for everybody you meet, you understand that they are passing through. And one day the end of their own journey will come. But that Odù Ifá talks about the fact that we should make ebo so that our life on this plane will be long, so that it will not be cut short, so that the purpose for which we came here will be fulfilled. Now, when we talk about long life, I need you to listen to me. I have dealt with this in a particular teaching, and the replay is on YouTube. When we talk about long life, people count long life in the length of the number of years. Yes, because in this plane, we count in those numbers. Oh, 80, 90. But when Olodumare is talking about long life, Olodumare is talking about life with purpose. Let the length of your days be long enough for you to be able to cover and fulfill purpose. There is no celebration of life when the person has not fulfilled purpose. Excuse me, that person, it might be the 2 days before burial gone, the person will come back into this earth and repeat it. It's like a child has failed a class. The child has spent 3 terms, 2 semesters in running a whole year, and they fail. And then they go home and people are rejoicing. You spent a whole year. Excuse me, what are you rejoicing for? They are going to repeat. Nobody rejoices they have to repeat when they failed. So some people's 90 years on this earth is an entire waste because they did not do what they are here to do. They are coming to repeat it. They are coming to live this life again. And then when you find people living life again, life that they were supposed to have done before, living it again, those are the people you meet, and they are constantly in a state of uneasiness. There's something that is just making them, it is expressed in some form of anxiety, in some form of panic, in some form of disconnection on this plane. There are people that are naturally like that. When we go on a spiritual journey with such people, we find out that this might be their 3rd time on this earth and they still haven't fulfilled it at any point. And they will continue to repeat. That's exactly the same way a student feels when he's repeating the same class. He repeated GS1. His mate has gone to GS2. He's repeating GS1 again. His mate has gone to GS3. He's repeating GS1 again. His mate has gone to SS1. Do you know how he will feel seeing his mate in SS1 and he is still in GS1? Do you know how he will feel when the people that met him in GS1 that have moved to GS1 and GS3 will feel? The soul feels unsuccessful. It feels uneasy. It cannot, and because we are not aware of previous lives, you don't understand where to place it. Sometimes you just feel so uninterested in life. Like, what is there again? What is it in this class that you have not learned? So when we are talking about long life, when Ifa is talking about long life, he's not just talking about the length of time. He's talking about you fulfilling that thing that you have come to do. And you understanding the fact that what you have come to do in this earth, it will end one day. It will end. Can we prepare our mind for the fact that the loved ones that we have, life will end one day, but can we also use Ebo and Etutu to prepare for that life will not be cut short abruptly? It will not end before fulfillment has been done. That is what this Odrifa is telling us. So he's telling us here, he said, why are people mourning? What is the tears for? What is the sorrows for? What is the throwing your body on the floor and just people are dragging you and you're doing like this and you're... I don't mean to be insensitive, but all those people that they're always dragging them during burial, pulling them back, please, can you leave them alone? Are they going to jump into the hole? Are they going to tell people to pour sand on them? Are they going to enter into the coffin? Leave them alone. Let's see what they want to do. Wọ́n ló ṣọmọ olóòkú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọn ò lè sí mọ́ bàbá ẹ̀, wọn ò lè sí mọ́ ìyá ẹ̀, ó kàn ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. It is just what we have come to this life to learn how to show extreme emotions over some things because it is what it is. I don't mean to be insensitive, but this Odrifa is going to help us to deal with that part of life that nobody wants to talk about. How do you deal with the psychology of the passing of your loved ones? Somebody says slightly depressing, but this is why I dislike the term good morning. I don't wish to mourn. Exactly. When my friend and I analyzed that term good morning, it was, I mean, let's go into that today. We'll pick it up on another day. So Ifa helps us on how to handle it. Now, before I continue, let me tell you about myself, my own experience. I was raised in a closely knitted family, father, mother, daughter, and son. So everything about my life revolved around my immediate family. We're just 2 siblings and 2 parents. When I was going into school, into the uni, and then we're going for school registration, and somebody has to queue to get your meal ticket. I went to a private university. I'm a graduate, first degree graduate of Babcock University. When you have to queue for your course form, queue for this. So all of us are there. My mom is queuing here for me. My dad is on the queue here for me. My brother is on the queue here for me. And then when my mom gets to the front of the queue, she calls me to stay there. That's how wonderful my family and I were together. So at the point when meanwhile, my spiritual representation of the divine being was my mother. It was just her. She's the backbone of who I am spiritually. And my father is the backbone of my business life. And for those of you that know me, there are just 2 things that make me up: my business and my spirituality. Every other thing is just by the way. So the 2 of them form the pillars for that. So when I lost my mom, or when I knew my mom was going to pass because she was ill, she had a terminal. YouTube, if you are connected to this live streaming, please let me know that you are. Let me know that you're connected. Oh, YouTube stopped working. Okay, please, if you are viewing from both platforms and anyone goes off, kindly let me know that it went off. Thank you. I think it's back up right now. If you're on YouTube and the network is messing up, Ifa Kole TikTok channel is the channel where we are. We're streaming from both platforms. So in case the connection on YouTube goes off, you can come over to TikTok, but I think it's on now. So that was where I got the explanation and the experience of, and that day it just came with peace, like, okay. So I explained to myself that, so it means that my mom had traveled, her spirit has gone to another plane to happen, just like people travel out of the country. At the time that I was having that experience, I was actually in the US, so I just looked at it like, okay, just the same way I traveled and I left Nigeria and I came to the US, and my friends and family and people that used to see me every day will not see me in Nigeria. Will they miss me? Yes. Did I die? No. Was that the end of my life? No, I'm still here existing. And I can still talk to them via a phone call. I can still see them via a video call. And we can still connect. So that was the day I started asking my spirit question. How do I connect with my mother right now that she has passed? I still want to be able to see her. I want us to still have that lovely experience. I want to be able to feel the joy that I know that she's there. The same joy that you feel the moment your loved ones travel out and maybe they are trying to settle, they have not gotten a phone, they haven't gotten internet, and they're trying to settle in the moment they settle, they buy a phone, they get a number, they call you, hey, this is my number. That day you are so excited, happy. I just knew that you were going to call. Now we were expecting. If we did not hear from them, we were not beginning to tell ourselves that they are died. No, we don't tell ourselves that. We just say, once he's settled, he will reach out to us. So I was going to spiritually, I was going to bring that spiritual reality into my everyday life. I told you my life has always been about asking questions. So I was having a conversation with spirit. I want, if my mom, if you are there, if you are still alive, if you can still hear me, if you are still existing in the plane, we can communicate. I just want to see you. I just want a proof that this is what it is. And from that day, which was about a year plus after she passed, till today, which is over 10 years that she passed, communication has been as constant as when she was alive, when she was on this side of life. And not too long after my mother passed, my father passed. So when my father passed, I had already come from a place of understanding. I had already come from a place where I knew what these things were. So I handled it better. I related with it better. When my mom passed, I cried. Yeah, I tried to, can't remember. But when my dad passed, I didn't. I did not, it was not all I just did was, okay, he too is gone. How do we continue our communication from where we left? Because I was not in the country when my dad passed. And that has been my experience. Now, for somebody else that is religious and that is Christian, it is a demonic experience to communicate with people that have passed. And the question I usually ask, they say people that are dead, we are not supposed to communicate with the dead. So the question I ask them is, what exactly died? Is it the spirits that died or the body that died? Because you people make it look like the moment a woman gets pregnant, she also forms the spirit. So for you, spirit started from here. So the day the body ends, the spirit also ends. But they don't believe that spirit ends because they say the spirit will go to one heaven forever or one hell forever. So if the spirit is going to heaven and hell, how did the spirits that lived with me and you every day that we were talking and gisting suddenly became demonic when it went to continue the journey? What if the spirit went to heaven like they claim? Why is that spirit demonic? Why is communicating with that spirit demonic? I don't understand, but they don't have full explanation for that. And it's okay. There is limit to every form of knowledge. But Ifa does. Olodumare said, there is no need to cry. There is no need to mourn. There is no need to throw your body on the floor. There is no need to go without food. If you have appetite to eat, eat. And Olodumare said, he was the one that called them. He's the one that brought them into this earth. Has called them. They have come and they have gone. Olodumare said, if I call you, will you not go? If I say stay there. I'm reading from the Odro. He says, people come to this earth and people go. He says, if I say go, will you not go? If I say come, will you not come? Once Olodumare says come and go, you just come and go. That is it. So we have to take away. And one of the reasons religion sold this to us is so as to stop our experience of that connection we have with the people around us that has passed. Okay, blessing, thank you. Is to cut off the experience that we have because it's a different level of experience. When your loved ones pass from this stage of life to another form of life, they see life clearly. They are able to do more for you on that side of life than they used to on this side of life. I will tell you that for one. As much as I owe everything major things that I have, the foundation of my spirituality and my business life to my parents, they have been more involved in my life after they passed than when they were on this side of life. I know you cannot explain that to a normal person. They just think you are imagining things, you are delusional. It's okay to think it's not a community project. I'm not here to defend a project in front of you and to convince you beyond all reasonable doubt that my experience is valid. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to share our experience according to the Odrifa And for people that think that is a real experience, for them to be able to tap into that experience. If you have loved ones that has passed, particularly the ones that you are directly close to, if you connect with them, life as you know it will move to another level. You see, life is a combination of so many things. There is a part of your Ifa, there is a part of your Egbe, there is a part of your Orisha. There is a part of your ancestors. I want to pè ní àwọn aláṣekù. Aláṣekù is those that did it halfway. They did the work halfway and they gave it to us to continue. Thank you for the gift. And they gave it to us to continue. There is their part, a very significant part. In fact, some of us, the Orishas that we work with is Egungun. Egungun is the Orisha of the ancestors. It's your ancestors that will carry you through this life. So you first of all connect with them by telling yourself you are not mourning them. By telling yourself you are not sad over the fact that they are not here. I tell people, I said, see, I am super lucky and favored to have the two people that birthed me, that molded me, that loved me, that taught me life, that showed me the definition of love. I'm so lucky to have them in the other side of life right now, because that is the best place that you can have people. It's like when you tell somebody that your mommy is in the US, your dad, you know how we used to feel when we were younger, when people had their parents abroad, and their father would send gifts and their mother would send gifts, and they would tell them to go and spend summer holidays with their family members. As you send in your gifts, Aje will increase it with you. Aje abu fún yín. Àníkún àlékún òun lẹ máa rí o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ibi tẹ́ ti ń yọ jáde ní mọ̀sálẹ̀ àpò. Ìbànújẹ́ ò ní wọlé tàn yín wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń rò ní rere Elédùmarè á jẹ́ kó jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá fún wa ní gifts láàárọ̀ yìí. For those that I see your name, Mrs. O Forever, there is a black baby, I think so. For those of you that have given us gifts, you have an ancestor in your lineage. You have an ancestor in your lineage that is yearning to be on your side, that is yearning to experience blessings through you and for you. Ìwúre tí mo ṣe fún yín ní àárọ̀ yìí ni pé, as you are giving this gift, it is connecting you. You are being connected to that ancestor in your lineage, in your home, in your ancestral line, that is bringing blessings for you. Forget what religion told us. They taught us so much about generational curses, ancestral curses. Excuse me, they are generational blessings. There are blessings and favor and wealth and fame and goodness and good things that your ancestors did not experience fully in this side of life. And they are looking to pass it on to you, just like a father leaves a will and he says, pass my inheritance, pass my estate and my property to my children. Even if they did not write a will, who automatically gets it? The legal wife and the legal children of the person, no. So who automatically gets the wealth that your ancestors could not access? Olufumi, it is you. So whatever it is that your ancestors have left untapped, undone, that blessing, Lashe Edumare, you are coming into it. You are connecting with them. You are moving from the plane of disconnecting from your ancestors out of fear. Lashe Edumare. The person that is asking, check me, please type the WhatsApp number. If you need a divination or a check-in, it is done in a private chat, not on the live streaming like this. You will connect with them. They will get the wealth for you. If you tap into the wealth, the untapped generational wealth of your lineage, for some people, there's nothing you are looking for again. It's like a child that is inheriting their father's business, their father's houses, their father's connection and free. They don't need to work for anything in this life. That alone is enough for them. Some of you are at that point and you don't know. The ones that your ancestors has is enough for you in this life. You don't have to build anything extra. You just have to be able to connect with them and express it in this life. But first, start by acknowledging that they are not dead people. Start by acknowledging that they are not ghosts. If they appear to you in your dreams, start by acknowledging the fact that they are not demons. Acknowledge the fact that the only thing around them is not just generational causes, generational problem, generational generational trauma. If the only thing your own ancestor has was trauma and problem and causes, and it's okay for you, it's your ancestor. I don't know them. But my own ancestors, they left behind more than that. And even the trauma that they caused, they are reaching out from the other side of life to be able to fix it, to be able to heal it. They are directing your steps to places where you will find that healing. They are on the other side right now taking responsibility for the wrong choices that they made that got you into that, and they want to be able to fix it. They want to be able to make life better for you. Ṣé rò pé lásán ni Yorùbá ṣe máa ń sọ pé òkú ọlọ́mọ ò kì í sùn ni? Yoruba says the person that has passed and left children on this earth, they don't sleep where they are. When they say rest in peace, òkú ọlọ́mọ ò kì í rest in peace. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ rest in peace fún wọn. Tọ̀sán tòru ló fi ń wo àwọn ọmọ tó filẹ̀. Òun la ṣe máa ń wúre níbi tó bá ti ń sìnkú pé kó o wẹ̀yìn wo rántí àwọn ọmọ tó fi sílẹ̀ o, because we know that it is a real thing. Let me explain that in English. When people pass and they have left children and we are at their funeral in Yoruba land, we tell them, don't sleep. Look back and remember you left children here. Because we know that it is a real life experience for them to still take care of the children they have left. But religion sold you the idea that, first of all, you pray that people will not pass. Then when they eventually pass, you gaslight yourself into, it's the devil. It was the devil. If only this person has done, and that person has done this. Then you now tell yourself that the experience of them after this life is demonic. You love them so much in this life, you didn't want them to go. The moment they went, they became, I don't understand. At what point did they flip? At what point did your loving grandma flip to become a demon? Because I don't get it. So, because my children did not personally experience my mom like that, some of my kids were not even, they were born after my mom and my dad passed. So they will now get to one age one day and call my mommy and my daddy demon. Hey, what they are enjoying in this life, as the success of who their mother has become, it was because of that father and their mother that has become, because of that their grandfather or great grandfather and great grandmother that has become ancestors. So you first of all have to take away that misconception that they told you about passing and people that passed. Then you will come into the reality of how to connect with them and get the best from them. You connect with them and get the best from them. Somebody still made a divination. One of my babalawos made a divination. He said, go and give a boat to Egungun. What your mother is doing. The man looked at me and he paused. He said, Abiyamo ni yanyi. People that know my mother knows that. When she was alive, so I understand. Regularly, I give a boat to Egungun. Regularly, I acknowledge those two of my ancestors and the rest of them that I did not meet. They are constantly looking for a way to connect with us. So the Odrifa for today has changed our mind about how we see when people pass. And the other part of the Odru went further to say, he says that people know darkness, but they don't know their father. People know darkness. Do you know what it means for people to be able to know darkness? But they don't know their ancestors. When Ifa says, Awon Babawa, Esi, Awon Babanlawa, he talks about our ancestors. You know darkness. We can speak. He says, meaning that when you speak to me and I speak to you, that's how we are able to recognize ourselves in the dark. Like when there is no light, once you speak, I hear your voice, I know that it is you. We know darkness. We know how to find our way in darkness. yet we don't know our ancestors. A child does not know the people from which he came. A child does not know the spiritual lineage and the physical lineage from which he came and the blessings that is attached to it. A child can walk in darkness and recognize people's voices, yet is totally cut short from the people from which he came to this earth. Ifa says, if we do not, he says here, he says, if we do not receive the instruction and the blessing of our ancestors, of those people that passed, how are we going to be able to live this life? Someone says, you just free me from sadness. Last year, Edumare, whatever sadness, whatever burden, whatever pain, whatever state of mind that we have been. Oh, wow, you lost somebody 7 days ago. Àwọn òrìṣà wọn á tù yín lára. Ifá tù yín lára láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. The vacuum that the passing of that person has created in this life, they will fill it up from the spiritual. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. They are not going to leave you empty. They are not going to leave you abandoned. From wherever it is that they are, combined with all the ones that has passed before, they will fill that vacuum. You will feel their love more, even after this experience. You will feel their love more than you have ever felt it before. You will feel the experience of who they are, their blessing, their love, their comfort, their direction. You will feel it more. You will not feel that vacuum. The real experience of what we are talking about today will be your real life experience. You'll be able to look at other people that are going through that situation and say, see, this is not a time for mourning. This is not a time for crying. I tell people, if my parents were to still be in this side of life, they might not have been able to support me the way they were supporting me now, because my mother was a Deeper Life member. So I don't know how she would have been able to come to terms with the fact that I'm an Iyanifa and I've carried the fire on my head like this and I'm doing it like this. Even if she wanted to accept it, her church members will not allow her to hear word. Her family members will not allow her to hear word. They will make her feel like she has failed as a parent. Same with my dad. So maybe, just maybe, Olodumare knows that this person that I am about to be, we are going to enjoy that relationship better when they are no longer here. I know people don't want to hear that, but that is reality that I have come to. Because the support they are giving me on this journey, I cannot begin to explain it. I cannot begin to explain it. So when you understand the concept of passing and ancestors and passing of our loved ones, when you understand it from this point, it liberates you. It takes you from the how would I put it? It takes you out of the claws of loss, of pain. Oh, when you want to define somebody, English will say, oh, they lost him. Oh, they eventually lost the guy. Oh, they lost their mother. Oh, they lost their father 20 years ago. I don't say that about my parents. I don't say I didn't lose. How? I experience them every day. So how do you expect me to use the word lost for them? I didn't lose them. They just happen to continue their journey with me in another level. When your boyfriend or your husband travels to the abroad, do you say, oh, you lost your husband yesterday? No. Your husband is in another this woman, we don't even see her. Is she a single mom? We don't even see her husband. She's the only one. How can a man leave you like this, taking care of 2 children? You excuse me, in Alabosi. My husband did not leave me, he's in abroad. You want to be here when he's talking? Come. He calls us 6 p.m. every day. And then they see him on video call. Oh, okay, her husband is still alive. But they are not physically seeing the person. It's the same way. People we want to project, oh, you lost your father. So I did not lose, excuse me, snap out of this. We don't lose people here. Oh, what do you mean? He has gone to another side of life and we will still be in touch and we will still continue to communicate. And I know people will look at you in a weird way, but that's the reality though. Some of us are experiencing it. A lot of people, some of you are experiencing it, you don't know. You are experiencing the connection to your loved ones, to your ancestors, and you don't know. They are showing up for you, and you say, somebody just came to do so. Can you imagine a total stranger? It might be your mother and your father that has borrowed that body for a few minutes to come and show up for you. They show up for you every time. They come to show up in your dream. You wake up in the morning, that demon of death, I bind it. The moment you see your loved ones that's passed, you think they've come to drag you. People, let's be having sense. So let's go back into a foul and be having sense. Let's go back and have sense and find sense from there. These words liberated me. It makes me like, it just gives me that peace. So if anybody around me that I know, if Olodumare says their time is up and they have finished what they came to do here on earth and they pass, as a human being, am I going to feel it? Yes, I will. Oh wow, I'm not going to see them anymore. I'm going to miss them. But the moment that face passed in like a few days, I am going to be Orisha, Egungun, to make an ebo for that person. I will tell the person, if the person is very close to me, that you two, you have now gone. Remember our friendship. Remember what we used to talk about. Remember that we have not achieved those goals. So whatever it is you can do from the other side to help us to let it be faster. And if there's anything you have not finished in this side of life that you want me to quickly finish up for you. I had a friend that passed and he was working on a project before he passed. I made a divination. I gave a boat to Egungun. And his spirit responded to us and told us that there is something he was doing somewhere. He wants me to be able to help him finish it. And then I started asking questions from family members. I'm like, how did you know he was doing this? I know. Like, and he was passionate about that thing. What can I do to make sure that they complete that thing? That is how simple it is. And you will finish it. I completed the project for him. And the thank you that he showed to me. There is a point that I'm like, dude, so you can be this nice. Oh, they're nice that. So you can be this nice and supportive when people help you. Meanwhile, when you are this age, you are doing demand, no emotion, no emotion. It sounds funny to you, but that is me. That's the reality that I have come into. So first of all, take this misconception away that when your loved ones pass, you have lost them. We don't lose people. You don't lose spirits. They are transformed from one state to another. When you put water in the freezer and it freezes and it becomes ice, have you lost the water? No. But can you shake the ice in liquid? No. It is in another form. It's called ice. It's that your water is still there. If you put that in a pot and it boils and it evaporates and it boils and it dries up, did your water go? No. It is in the air around you. The water is there in the air around you. It did not go. It has just gone from liquid to solid to gas. Simple. Odrifa, Otura, Owonrin. So the ending part of that Odrifa says, they asked us as human beings to make an ebo. Someone said my grandma was my pillar. When she passed, I was not around. We started a new relationship from the other side. Wow, that's beautiful. I love to hear things like that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And there is a part of we getting to feed our ancestors. We feed our ancestors, the people that have passed. We feed them in whatever form, form of spirituality that you practice or whatever your culture and religion is. Every culture has different ways that they feed their ancestors. We in Yoruba land, we feed our ancestors through Orisha Egungun. So if you have anybody that has passed that you feel you are connected to, or they are trying to connect to you, you give ebo to Egungun. And whatever message that Ifa gives to you concerning that person, you follow those instructions and you gradually start to build a relationship with that ancestor that is trying to connect with you. So many times my mom and my dad show up in my dream asking me for things. And the moment they ask, I wake up the next morning, I ask Ifa, how do I give them this thing that they're asking for? I remember a particular day, those of you that are close to me, especially those of you in my spiritual mentoring program, you would have heard me mention it. I had a dream and I saw my mom and my dad particularly, okay, both of them were there. My dad was asking me for money. And I said, I don't have oh, my dad said, but you just did a business, you just concluded a business deal with somebody and you made so and so. I'm like, whoa, so that's what we are doing now. We are checking somebody's bank accounts now without their permission. That's what we are doing right now. And my mom is like, leave her. You don't, she's going to give us. She knows that she's going to give us. And the way my dad was when he was alive, my father hates to ask people for things. The man had pride. So in that dream, he just said, oh, I beg, let's go. Let's just leave her and go. If she doesn't want to give, he said, be coming down. Okay, come. I'm going to. How much should I? But this morning, I had already planned what to do with it. My mom said, whatever it is, we need to buy this and buy that and buy that. And then I woke up from the dream. I smiled out of my dream and I called my Babalawo, I called my priest. This and this and this. He said, let's make Ifa. And when we did the divination, Ebo that came up said I should give Ebo to Egun and then buy things for children around. I should give to the people that they would have loved to give to when they were on earth. And my parent loves to give to children, both of them. And I did. And I told them, I said, this morning, I have something I want to do with you too. I'm going to give you this exact amount. But in return, you are going to give me 10 times this amount within the next 3 or 5 days. I will give you what you want. This is what I want. And my Babalawo was like, oh girl, so it has become a transaction. That's the way it is. I'm the child, they are the parents. They are the ones that are supposed to be taking care of me, whether in this life or in the life to come. So let's continue to maintain that status. So we did everything. I gave it to them. I did the airball. I had children come around. We cooked. We shared around in the neighborhood where the shrine was. That was on a Thursday. On Saturday, a client of mine called me. Or Friday evening, a client of mine called me and she said, Iyani, I've been trying to reach you. Iyaiwa, this on this. I'm like, trying to reach me out. My number. She really is the number you're calling me. I don't know. I think I lost my number. That I just have a gift for you. That thing that you said last year, Oludumare has done it. So the person sent me the exact amount that is times 10 of that money that I spent. The exact amount. And let me also tell you something about myself. I'm not, you see people that have friends or people dashing their money. It's not my own experience. It did used to be my own experience. Don't let me say it's not, because maybe from today it might start. I'm not used to people giving me money, just dashing me free money to say, take. People can help, people support, people give help, their gifts, their skills, all of that. But money, somebody will not carry phone and when people come to me to say, Yanifa, my husband gives me just 2 million naira per month. Yet he's giving people money outside. Please, is there anything you can do to let him be giving me 10 million? In my mind, I just smile. If you know that the Yanifa you have come to, I don't even have you have someone that is giving me 2 million. I don't even have someone that is giving me 20K. Constantly 20K in a month, me. So torí ẹ̀ lèmi ṣe tẹpá mọ́ṣẹ́ ọwọ́ mi pé I am the one that will give me. I'm the auntie that people come to say, I have an auntie somewhere, she will give me. I'm the one that people come to ask for help. I'm not the one that usually go and get help from people. And I'm sure that's the experience of a lot of us. So when that person gave me times 10 of that, I went back to the Orisha, Egungun. I have one in my house. And I was like, okay, you guys, thank you for keeping the end of the bargain. It was just a smile of, wow, you actually did it. Now that's his regular experience. About 2 weeks after, my mom had a younger sister who was like my closest auntie. She also passed not too long after. She and my mom and my dad, they passed in sequence in less than 2 years, the three of them. And those are like the three closest people to me in life. My auntie came, it was in my dream, and I was having a party. People were eating, feeding, and all of that. Then I saw my mom and my dad. They didn't come into the party, they were just passing by, holding each other hand in hand and walking. And then they told my auntie, go and meet Ewa. She was the one that gave us Kinikon the last time. So my auntie comes and she says, what am I going to give? I said, she can eat anything, she should take anything, a special place. She sat down, she ate. I packed so many things for her in the bag and everything. So she now told me, she said, so if your mommy and your daddy did not tell you to give me something, you won't give me. And I thought I was your favorite auntie. I felt bad. Because in reality, I had not given any gift to the ancestors for her. I've not given any gift to Egungun for her. Me and her had not had any connection as such after she passed. So when they said that, I went to give Ebo, and I have been. And the funny thing is that auntie, she was never married and she never had children in this life. So it just occurred to me that I'm probably the only person that understands spirituality at this level in my family, because the rest of them are Christians in capital letter. Born again Christian, SU, in capital letter. The rest of my family. So maybe there is nobody that she can reach out to. So I've taken it upon myself to constantly connect with her, to constantly ask her what she needs, to constantly communicate with her like I used to do when she was in this side of life. Now, it's an everyday reality. The moment you understand this liberating knowledge of dealing with people that passed, it is there you will realize what religion tried to steal from us. Imagine that I when I lost when my parents passed, imagine when they passed, I was in church and it was all church. A lot of experiences that I've had with them and times they've showed up for me, I would not have been able to experience them. When they show up for me, I wouldn't have been able to acknowledge it as they are the ones that are showing up. I won't be able to specifically ask them for things. There are times in my life where I know that the only person that could have been there for me was my dad. If my dad were to still be in this side of life, he will fight that battle for me to finish. He will make sure I get that thing. He will make every phone call to make it a reality. So now that he's not here, and I remember, I tell him, Daddy, see, I know that if you had to be here, this thing, I will just call you on the phone, you will fix it, and I'll go and sleep. So please, just do it. And it will be done in a way that I did not expect. It will happen. And once again, I smile and I tell myself, you guys are actually here with me. I know you're here. In fact, the way I'm talking about them right now, I feel the energy of them around me. I feel an energy of, that love and pride of, oh, this is our daughter. I feel it. They are my inspiration as I go through every day. They are my inspiration as I go through every day. Sometimes the only thing that keeps me going is making them proud, making them smile at this is what we produce together. Look at the child of our brain and the materialization of our being human. Look at what we left behind in this world and we went. They are super proud. Sometimes that's the only thing that keeps me going. The smile on the face of both of them, wherever it is they are now. I said all of that to say this. At one point or the other, a loved one has passed. Number one, they did not die. Number two, you did not lose them. Number three, they are not demons. Number four, they still want to connect with you. Number five, they did not leave you with just causes and pain and trauma. They left blessings and wealth and greatness. Number six, they want to be part of your present everyday life. They want to continue to take that role. And number seven, they are in a better place. They understand things better. They are in a freer capacity to be able to do it. The only thing that is stopping it is you. Some people will say, if ancestors are there, why am I suffering like this? If you are trying to carry a child and the child is sitting down there and it's not allowing anybody to carry, and the child is rolling on the floor, and people enter to say, Shomo yi ò ní ìyá ni, ó ní ìyá, a fẹ́ gbé kò dáhùn ni. Tó bá fún lóúnjẹ àdánù, kí ni ìyá ẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe? Ó máa parẹ́ nítorí mo bímọ ni. Exactly. Ọmọ tó ṣípá òun lèèyàn ń gbé. Ọmọ tó ṣípá òun lèèyàn ń gbé is a child that is arms open that will be carried. They are not ancestors for you alone. If you refuse to connect with them, they will find another family member. My own auntie that is connecting with me, am I the only niece or nephew that she has? Am I the only member of her family that she has? But the rest of them, they are born again. They are filled with the Holy Spirit. They are on their way to heaven. So they cannot relate with a loved one that has transformed to another state of life. Let's come to the end of this Odrifa. The Odrifas we have been treating lately have been hitting on some hard spots in life, and I like that. It has not been about blessing, 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 money, money. There are other things in life. That blessing and that money that you need, some of you, it is embedded in your relationship with your ancestors. The moment you say, I'm connected with you, I want to be able to get the blessings will come running like you won't be able to explain it. So your blessing is here now. Some of you, your blessing is with your ancestors. Not even some, a lot of us. Every one of us have one blessing with our ancestors that they are trying to help us to get. So today, Odrifa, what's the Odrifa for today? Otura Owonrin. Mr. El Yadrif, you asked me a question. Please, can you ask that question in WhatsApp again? You said, why is it that sometimes we read from left to right, sometimes right to left? Just send me a message on WhatsApp. Since you're my WhatsApp contact, let's have that conversation on WhatsApp so I can explain to you how we read the Odru. This is the point where I say, you see everything we have learned in Ifa this morning about our ancestors. Everything is in Ifa. Yesterday, I mentioned to you that when we say Ifa contains science, Ifa contains technology, Ifa contains engineering, Ifa contains art, it contains mathematics, it contains accounting, it contains business, relationship, healing, medicine, everything is in Ifa. This is what we mean. There is something in the basis of Ifa is binary, right? We all know that it's binary, and we have all heard over and over again that binary is the coding system that we use in IT and in almost every other thing in life. Now that thing is in Ifa. It is Ifa itself. Ifa contains everything. So right now we have started to open up research in Ifa that connects with everything else aside from spirituality and religion and spiritual whatever. When we say, oh, they stole computer from Ifa, okay. Professor Sophie Oluwole said the latest discovery of Ifa, which is particle, the latest discovery of physics, which is particle physics, is inside of Ifa, yes. But the question is, how come you and I, that are Yoruba people reading Ifa, how come we have not been seeing particle physics in Ifa? How come we did not see computer and AI inside Ifa? Ifa is superior and advanced artificial intelligence, superior intelligence. Ifa is the max of what intelligence can be. Blow up science and technology to the max of it. That is Ifa. So we are about to find out those things. Enough of saying they stole it from Ifa, they took it from Ifa, and the only thing we are talking about Ifa is to enable sacrifice and appeasement. No, it's time for us to delve into that real science, technology, art, engineering, and mathematics in Ifa, which is why we have added a program at Ifa College called Ifa STEAM. STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. Ifa, the theory of everything. That formula in Ifa that can help you solve everything. If you're a lawyer, you're an accounting, you're in banking, you're a medical person, you are a parent, you are a relationship expert, you are a life coach, you are a tailor, you are an architect, you are a food vendor, you are a chef, you are a party planner, whatever it is that you are, that theory and formula of Ifa will help you solve everything. So as Yoruba people, we are going back to dig out the knowledge of Ifa that will help us to make inventions and solutions to life. We are done being the baggage country where people just come to dump their own finished product. It's high time that we also started to dig into this Ifa and find these things. Can Ifa solve this? Yes. Is the solution of everything. So the course is there on Ifa College. I told you yesterday. Yesterday, I read an essay Ifa that talked about electricity. But when you read that essay Ifa from afar, it talks to you about wealth. Warning, Ide la fin toná ọlá, Òjé la fin toná ọlà kálẹ̀. Adífá fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà. Do you have that thing on your phone? Adífá fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà bàbá ń lọ rèé tanná ọlá, ó fẹ́ lọ tanná ọlà kálẹ̀, wọ́n ní kó rúbọ, ó gbẹ́bọ, ó rú. Kí ni nǹkan tó fi tanná ọlà? Idẹ àti òjé. Now in English he says what? He says the brass is what we will use to light. The brass is what we will use to light, to turn on the light of wealth. Iná la fi ń tanná, idẹ la fi ń tanná ọlà. Now, when anybody reads that, all you read is wealth. Oh, I want wealth. Oh, I want my light to shine. But then ide, which is brass, that contains copper, àti òjé, which is lead. When you combine it together, you are producing electricity rig. And it is in that Odrifa, but somebody else will read it, and the only thing the person will see there is wealth. Is there wealth in that Odru? Yes. That Odru says, my light will shine to the end of light. Yes. But that light that is shining is not only your spiritual light, it's electricity that you and I are seeing with our eyes. So imagine somebody picks that Odrifa and decides to start to practice. Let's bring brass. Let's start to experiment. How do we put brass and lead together till they would form electricity? But we have passed the stage of forming electricity now, right? We already have electricity. Maybe somebody is still going to combine so many things in Odrifa and produce another source of electricity that will be cheaper than the one that we have. It is in the Odrifa. So you are going to, this part is composed. Now, this part does not even have anything to do with whether you are an Ifa devotee or not. There's another Odrifa that I would like to share, and when we will dissect it and analyze it. The Odrifa that was done for Oti is alcoholic drink. Tá bá fẹ́ ṣe ìwúre, a sọ pé ẹnu ọtí kì í tí, ẹnu bàbá í bàjẹ́. Ẹnu ọtí kì í tí, ẹnu bàbá í bàjẹ́. In English, it means that alcohol does not, okay, for those of you in Yoruba, tó bá wúre fún yín, tó bá sọ pé ẹnu, tó bá fi ọtí wúre fún yín, tó bá ní ẹnu ọtí kì í tí, ẹnu bàbá í bàjẹ́, what comes to your mind? I want the Yoruba speaking people to analyze it first before I translate it to English. Ifa for alcohol. Yes, there's Ifa for everything. I just told you now that Ifa is the theory of everything. When we say everything, we are not just exaggerating to make ourselves feel good. There is Ifa for water, there is Ifa for honey, there is Ifa for trees, for mountains, there is Ifa for different communities. Odù Ifá Ìdímìlẹ̀kẹ̀, òun ni odù Ifá òun lodù Ifá tó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìlú Òṣogbo tó fi tẹ̀lú Òṣogbo dó. Ìlú Òṣogbo, the town called Òṣogbo, it has its own odù Ifá. You want to learn Ifá, please send a message to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen. So tó bá sọ pé ẹnu ọtí kì í tí, ẹnu bàbá í bàjẹ́, as a Yoruba person, tó bá fi wúre fún yín, what are they saying? Please comment section. Wọ́n ní ẹnu ọtí kì í tí, what does it mean? I need comment section. You people are not just here to be saying ashe to prayer. We have sense. So akawe o. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ kàwé tẹ́ gbé rẹpẹtẹ wà ń bí o. Tó bá lẹ́nu ọtí kì í tí, ẹnu bàbá í bàjẹ́, what do we mean? Tó bá fi wúre fún yín, what's ìwúre trying to say? The mouth that consumes alcohol does not go wrong. So if they make that ìwúre for you, what does it tell you? How can you appropriate it as a prayer to your life if you are making an ìwúre? What does it mean for you as a person? If I make that ìwúre for you and you say ashe, what are you receiving? Don't worry, I will explain to those of you that don't understand Yoruba. But what are you receiving as a prayer and a blessing from that statement? He's saying that your life will abide as, saying your life will abide as well. Okay. Things will go right with you. Wọ́n ní ẹnu ọtí kì í tí. So wọ́n wúre fún yín pé ayé yín ò ní tí, ayé yín ò ní bàjẹ́, right? So ẹnu ọtí kì í tí means that the mouth of alcohol does not go bad. It does not spoil. So when I make ìwúre for you with alcohol and I say ẹnu ọtí kì í tí, ẹnu bàbá í bàjẹ́, meaning that your life will not go bad, your life will not spoil. Now, those of you that are in chemistry, those of you that cook and bake, what do you use ethanol for? When you add alcohol to your baking ingredients, what does it do to your cake? As simple as that. When you add a little alcohol to your cake, what are you trying to do to the cake? Even if you're not a baker, you know this. Preservation, so that it will not go bad. That Odrifa was teaching us pure chemistry. Pure chemistry. That is what is in that Odu. So if you look at it away from their wure, one wure fun for blessing, it means that the Odrifa was telling us the characteristics of alcohol. The chemical combination that is called ethanol will make something last, will preserve it, will help it. It will not lose its taste and it will not spoil. Simple chemistry. Simple chemistry. And that is how our people started using alcohol to preserve things. That's how they produced alcohol and started adding it into things to preserve it. That is how they learned what fermentation that produces natural ethanol is. Do you understand it? That's simple chemistry inside of Ifa. There is everything there. So more than just doing it to an ebo, you and I as I'm telling you to register for that course, I'm also registering for it. Ifa STEAM, Ifa in science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. The theory of everything to solve everything. The Odrifa that talks about everything. The mouth that drinks alcohol will never go sour. Your life will never go sour. Ashe. That's the Odu. And then we saw the chemistry part of it. You see how everyday Odu has science and physics in it, and how we can put it together to form something. But there are still things in this life that is yet to be discovered. And the ancestor says it is us that is going to discover it. So you are going to ifacollege.ng. That's the website of the school. ifacollege.ng. When you get to ifacollege.ng, can we get to the website from here? Can we get to the website from here? When we get to ifacollege.ng, go to the menu, you will see Ifa STEM, you will see Ifa Coding College. Now, the course is called Ifa Coding, the binary code of Ifa that helps you solve everything. It's a 13 weeks course, right? There's pre-registration going on for that course. 12 weeks is a 12 weeks course, and there's pre-registration going on for that course right now. So whether you are a chef, whether you are a tailor, you are a driver, you are a mechanic, you are a politician, you're a lawyer, you're an accountant, you are a business person, you are in medical science, whatever it is that you do, the moment you understand IFA as the formula for everything, you are able to apply it to everything in your life practically. Some of you are the one that is going to discover the next level of culinary skills and techniques. It's there. You will stumble on it in the Odrifa and you will see it and you apply it, and then people will come. Wow, how did you discover that? How are you able to do this thing? How are you able? I saw it in Odrifa. That is how you take back people that ran away to Bible that we are going to fire. Meanwhile, you use alcohol to preserve cake. The Christian brother and sister will eat. I mean, they do not used to eat cake. And then other things will ferment and produce ethanol, and they will eat it, and it's okay. But that's not the conversation for today. The conversation for today says that you will go. For those of you on TikTok, watch your screen right now. I'm going to be flipping the screen. Watch your screen. I'm going to be flipping the screen right now. And this is where we have Ifa College. You see, ifacollege.ng, that's the website. Please post it in the comment section. ifacollege.ng, that's the website. So when you get to the school website, this is what it looks like. You click on these three buttons that says menu. You see Ifa STEM and Ifa Coding System. So click on Ifa STEM, Ifa STEM, sorry. And then read everything that is about. Read everything that the whole course is about. Read it from beginning to end. Just read it. You want to learn with us, click here. It takes you to the pre-registration page. You fill up the information to pre-register. How do you go back on your phone? How do you go back? You click on the register, you click on pre-register. Okay. So you go there, you pre-register. It's showing blank. Or how do we do it? Back to IFA College website. Okay. So you click on that, it takes you to the pre-registration. It takes you to pre-registration. And then you can now go to your IFA Coding College. This gives you the breakdown of what the course is about. It gives you the breakdown of everything: introduction to IFA coding, introduction to IFA mathematics, advanced IFA mathematics, IFA model of education and learning, introduction to consciousness science, your project. And then this course is for both children and adults. Everybody can learn. So we have it in a form that children too are able to learn and understand. And then you click on register. Once you click on register, it takes you to where you will load the information to be able to register and learn this thing. So we are taking back, those of you on TikTok, on YouTube, just go to ifacollect.ng, go to the menu button. It's present in blood tonics. Yes, it is. Go to the menu, follow it. You see under the menu, you see IFA STEM, you see IFA coding. Pre-register for that course. The course is starting in September, so pre-registration. But because the course will be pure practical live streaming, it's not pre-recorded. So each of our classes is just 4 to 5 people per class, so that everybody is able to understand on the same pace. You pick a time that is okay for you. Other people that have the same time frame will join. Now, 4 to 5 people per class is the only thing we can take. So if you do not pre-register early, you might not get a space in that class. ifacollect.ng is the website, is there. You might not get a space in the class if you do not pre-register. You are going to pre-register for it. Now, a second part of this project, this IFA coding project, IFA STEAM project, is going to the children in the inner cities. Children that don't even have access to Western education anyways. Children that don't even understand what they are being taught in school, because they are teaching them with English in school. And their first and most commonly spoken and understood language is Yoruba. But those children, Omo Yoruba ni won. And there's a lot they can do with the knowledge and the skill. They are the future of this tomorrow we are talking about. Yoruba nation. It is these children that are going to bring it into the reality of the fullness of what it's supposed to be. So we are reaching out to the children in the inner cities. And for them to be able to access this, you and I have to support on this project. Because the excuse of the children in the inner cities is they do not have access to a computer, they don't have access to the internet to be able to connect. And if we go there to their physical location, we need a lot of materials to have a classroom, a school setting to be able to teach them. We still need the computer to be able to teach them. So you and I that can afford it, we are going to be setting up a scholarship program for that IFA coding system, for this IFA STEM. It is our own heritage project. They took it away from us and they have done a lot of things and come back to sell it to us. That era has passed. This is the era where we have taken it back and we are going to use it for ourselves. We are going to learn it and be able to apply it to our lives. If you make a discovery in design and architecture, and somebody makes a discovery in medicine, another person fixes something in their finances or their banking experience with IFA, before you know what's happening, everybody is listening to us. People are coming to us. Please keep tapping on your screen. And as you join, remember to click on the plus sign to follow this page, so that every time I'm live, you're going to receive a notification. We need to, this is how they are going to take us seriously. Nigeria oda. This country is not good. Everything is deteriorating. We have fasted and prayed for Nigeria over the last 50, 100 years. Nothing has changed. IFA is what is going to change it. And IFA cannot jump out and change it. IFA is a knowledge. You and I need to learn it and practice it in everyday life to get the change that we are waiting for. So we are going to set up a scholarship program. If you are, say, and you have extra $10, £10, 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, 1 million naira, 1,000 pounds, 1,000 euros, 10,000 CDs, 20,000 rands, whatever it is, put it into the scholarship so that more and more children will be able to have access to this. This is not about me. This is about all of us. So the life we are so praying for, the future we are so praying for, this is where we are going to find it. Make Nigeria great again. Make Yoruba people great again, particularly we Yoruba people. What Olodumare has blessed us with, we don't have an idea. We don't have an idea what Olodumare has blessed us with, but we are going to drag it out of Ifa until we become the people that they were so scared of, and they had to, just demonize us and stress us and do all of those good stuff to all of those negative stuff to us. We are. So this knowledge is what is going to revive us. So you are going to ifacollege.ng, get to the menu, click on IFA coding or IFA STEM, whichever one. The IFA coding college gives you the breakdown of what your classes is going to be like. The IFA STEM gives you an overview of what this thing we are talking about is. Somebody asked me yesterday, so how are you going to be able to bring IFA into science and technology? We are not bringing IFA into science and technology. IFA is science and technology. IFA is engineering. IFA is mathematics. It is medicine. It is accounting. We are not bringing IFA into it. That is what IFA is. We are finding out what IFA is. All of these things put together is what makes IFA. This spirituality of IFA that everybody is running after, it constitutes just 1% of what IFA is in its entirety. That 1% is what people have focused on over the last centuries. But we are grateful that they preserve that. The 99%, what are we doing with it? The people in the Western world are using those information to make life better, to improve their environment, and then selling it to you, selling it to us. So it's high time that we also looked into it and sold it to ourselves and built it for ourselves. This is another way to have our ancestors express the knowledge in Ifa. Our ancestors, they are dying to pray that we see it. So you are going to ifacollege.ng. You don't like Ifa, you don't like Etutuanebo, don't worry. Leave the spirituality part. Let's delve into the science, the tech, the engineering, the arts, the mathematics, the medicine, the accounting, the psychology, the philosophy of Ifa. Let's find out how our forefathers did all of these things, because all of these things existed in life while they were here, before Westernization brought their own version, which of course is stolen and packaged version. We have now become people that plant yam, harvest yam, then somebody will carry our yam away and come and sell dundu for us. They will come and sell chips for us. They will carry our potato and come and sell French fries for us. We are the ones that planted the potato and harvested. It is our soil that potato can thrive in. Then we plant it, they take it from us, then make French fries, package it in fancy bag, and then we enough of that now. So it starts with you and I. This is knowledge for everybody. I'm asking you to come and get knowledge that will help you solve everything. If we have been able to put this together and you people refuse to learn, then at that point, I know that is not, the Western world is not your problem. You are your own problem. You enjoy the state that your life is. So if you are coming to me and you are saying, Yanisa, there's a problem, the first thing I will ask you is, have you registered for IFA STEM? Have you registered for IFA, the theory of everything? Because you cannot continue to run to Yanifa and Babalawo every time. I'm not 911. You to get information and knowledge from yourself. Yes, there's a place for the Babalawo and Yanifa when it comes to the spirituality. That is our own profession. But there are so many things in your life that doesn't require that. There are so many things in your life that is just sense and knowledge. It is knowledge, common sense. If you read it, you will see it. It is as simple as that, and it's staring you in the face in this Odu. So the class will be taught both in Yoruba and English, translated into English for people that don't understand. But the ultimate aim is for you to be able to understand Yoruba because that's the original text in which it was given. So ifacollect.ng, you will go there and register, pre-register for IFA coding system, the theory of everything, IFA coding and IFA STEM, not STEM, STEM. We have come to the end of our live streaming for today. We have learned a lot. Wow, we've been here for 2 solid hours. If you are just joining us, and you missed the earlier part, just hold on. The replay will be on the YouTube channel Iyanifa Ewa TV very soon. Thank you so much for your gift. Adupe Eshegon. Thank you for your support. I have to learn how to pray Iwure in public. I will be very happy. Click on the link in this TikTok channel. You will see subscription there. Subscribe for Pray the Ifa Way, how to make Iwure. It is there. I taught the class myself, both in English and Yoruba. Go and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, go and join or click on the what's it called? For those of you that are watching a replay, click on the description. Go to the description button of this, the description box of this video, and click on join the exclusive community. It's the first line you will see in the description. Exclusive community. Click on that link. It will take you there. You will join and you will learn. That's the first basic thing. Learn how to make Iwure. And for those of you that have an IFA community in the diaspora, IFA STEAM is what everybody should learn on. Hack your diaspora community. Every one of your friends that you know is interested in IFA, direct them to ifacollect.ng to start registering for IFA STEM, the theory of everything, IFA coding system, how to use IFA to solve everything in life. Go there and register. So, Oniru ṣe o, Ọlọ́bẹ̀ ṣe, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wa jẹ́ náà, ẹ kú àìbínú. People respect them if using the Iwure way to pray. Yeah. Yes. So we are going to make another Iwure. And those of you that will be watching a replay, you can also learn Iwure from, well, it's only Yoruba. This Iwure is Yoruba. So if you don't understand Yoruba, register for IFA, praying the right way in IFA, on YouTube, on TikTok. And if you have an issue with using your card to subscribe, you can send a message via the WhatsApp number. Please post the WhatsApp number on the screen, and then you make inquiries on how to be able to register for the praying the right way in Ifa and Isheshe. The WhatsApp number has been pinned on the screen right now. I'm from Modakeke Akurai. Okay, Nyara Modakeke Nyara Lekejife. Okay, Modakeke ni mo rí ń bẹ̀ tó bá ti fàmì sórí Yorùbá kò ṣe é pronounce properly. Akọ́dáyé Àṣèbà, let's make our Iwure on. Akọ́dáyé Àṣèbà ẹni o, Àṣèbà ṣẹ̀dá, Àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́, Àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, àtúndúpẹ́ o, adúpẹ́ èní, adúpẹ́ ojúmọ́ tó mọ́ wa lénìí, tó mọ́ wa síre, tó mọ́ wa sáyọ̀, tó mọ́ wa sí dùnnú, tó mọ́ wa sálàáfíà, tó mọ́ wa sí ìlọsíwájú, tó mọ́ wa sí ìgbéga, adúpẹ́ o, ẹ ṣé. Òrọ́mọ níṣẹ́ fàyàtì, adúpẹ́. Alágbádá inú aláwọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ oòrùn, adúpẹ́. Ọba lánàá ẹba lénìí, ọba títí ayérayé, àṣèbà. Elédùmarè a lè wí lè ṣe, a lè ṣe lè rí, àṣèbà. Olójú kára bí ajere, olójú lukára bí ajere, àṣèbà. Elétí gbáròyé ẹ̀dá, àṣèbà. Gbanigbani àsáyá, gbanigbani tó ń dúró tini lọ́jọ́ ìṣòro, àṣèbà. Ọ̀gbàgbà tí gba láì lára, ọ̀gbàgbà tí gba láì lẹ́bí, ọ̀gbàgbà tí gba láì lóòkàn, ọ̀gbàgbà tí gba láì níye kan, àṣèbà. A ní kí bá wa ṣe o. Elédùmarè ọba tí ń ṣọkọ opó, tí ń ṣe bàbá fáwọn tí ò ní, tí ń ṣe ìyá fáwọn tí ò ní ìyá, tí ń ṣe òbí fáwọn òrukàn. àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o.
àṣẹ.
àṣèbà olúbíkin àṣèbà ọ̀sanyìnbíkin àjàgùnmàlè olúwo òde ọ̀run àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. àṣèbà orí àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá àṣèbà ṣẹ̀dá àṣèbà mẹ̀dá àṣèbà wẹ̀dá àṣèbà ifá àṣeyèèpà ifá àṣèbà ikin àṣeyèèpà odù àṣèbà odù tá a ti ń mú ọ̀rọ̀ jáde. olódùmarè ọ̀rọ̀ inú yín ni ifá o àṣèbà afinimọ̀nà aráyé ni ifá jẹ́ àṣeyèèpà ifá o àṣèbà ifá ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín àṣèbà ifá torí ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe àní kó wá torí tiwa ṣe o kíbà wá ṣe o. ẹ̀yin òrìṣà ẹ̀yin irúnmọlẹ̀ tí wọ́n dilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire mú àṣèbà níbi gbogbo táwọn irúnmọlẹ̀ wá wà látòkèdókè láì dápá kan sí àṣèbà àní kíbà wá ṣe o. ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́ ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ ẹ̀yin ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà ẹ̀yin ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ ọlọ́mú ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ògbìngbìngbìn tí ń rìn gbìngbìngbìn lẹ́yìnkùlé ẹni tó bá wù wọ́n ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀ ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má bòtán ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń fi idà tẹ́ fi ń jà tọmọ aráyé ò rí ẹ̀yin apanimáyọ̀dà àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣe o. ẹ̀yin atẹ̀dọ̀jòróró ẹ̀yin atìfúndọ̀kàn àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣe. ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbé gbogbo ilé ayé ilé lọ́wọ́ tó ní kẹ́ ẹ máa jí ayé tó ní kẹ́ ẹ máa tẹ̀dó àṣèbà ẹ̀yin aláṣekù ẹ̀yin tó ṣàwokù sẹ́yìn fáwa àṣèbà àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣe o. gbogbo babaláwo ìyá nífà bàbá lórìṣà ìyá lórìṣà ẹ̀yin àpẹtẹ̀bí ẹ̀yin oníṣègùn ẹ̀yin eléwé ọmọ àwa tá à ń jókòó tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrúmọlẹ̀ àṣèbà o àníkíbà wá ṣe o. àní fọmọ ṣiṣẹ́ àní fáyà ṣiṣẹ́ àní ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe iṣẹ́ táwọn ọ̀yà mi ti yọ́nú sí báyìí òun la máa bá wọn ṣe o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè bá a ṣe ń lù á máa dún bá a ṣe ń já ewé á máa jẹ́ bá a ṣe ń lu egbò pọ̀ á máa jẹ́ fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àní ṣàṣetì o. gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ orí adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹlẹ́dàá adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹsẹ̀ tó gbé wa débi tá a dé lénìí adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọwọ́ tá a fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó ń dún tó ń jẹ àtẹ́lẹ̀ ọwọ́ ẹni wọ́n ní kì í tan ni jẹ adúpẹ́ pé ọwọ́ wa kò tàn wá jẹ a ṣe èèpà fún gbogbo ara wa a ṣe ìbà fún gbogbo ẹ̀yà ara wa tí Elédùmarè dá pọ̀ tó fi dá wa tá a fi di ẹni tá a dì tá a fi jẹ́ ẹni tá a jẹ́ a dúpẹ́ fún adẹ̀ṣèbà fún àwọn ọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá sáyé àwọn ìyá wa àwọn bàbá wa àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú wa nílé ayé àtàwọn tó ti rebi àgbáre a dúpẹ́ àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣe o gbogbo agbára tó dilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire mú àṣèbà 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 àníkíbà wá ṣe o iye gbogbo ọmọ ẹja iye mọ́níjà àṣèbà ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́ olóòyà ayàn aṣọre yèyé ọ ògúnlákàyé ọ̀ṣìmọ̀lẹ̀ àṣèbà kábíyèsí ṣàngó iná lónú iná lẹ́nu àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣe o gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà wa àṣèbà ọba àṣèbà ọ̀sanyìn àṣèbà olókun àṣèbà ọlọ́sà àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn orúnmọlẹ̀ wa àníkíbà wá ṣe o. ìwúre tá a wá ṣe fún wa lọ́jọ́ ẹ̀ní ni pé àwọn aláṣekù àwọn tó ṣàwokù sẹ́yìn fáwa níbi gbogbo tó bá ti ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ kétí wa gbọ́ kí etí inú wa má di kí ojú inú wa má fọ́ ibi táwọn aláṣekù táwọn òrìṣà táwọn tó ṣàwokù sẹ́yìn fáwa tó ń darí wa sí kẹsẹ̀ wa gbé wa débẹ̀ ìtàn ń bá wa sọ létí kétí wa gbọ́ ká fi tọ̀tún gbọ́ kó má gba ti òsì jáde kó dénú wa kó dodindi láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ire ayọ̀ ìbùkún àlàáfíà ìgbéga ìlọsíwájú táwọn aláṣekù ṣe é lẹ̀ fáwa ká rí mú ká rí ná ká rí lò kó bá wa kalẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àwa ò kì í ṣe àwọn tó ń fi ọwọ́ òsì tó fi ń júwèé ilé bàbá wọn ibikíbi tèmi àti yín bá ti fi ọwọ́ òsì tá a ti fi júwèé ilé bàbá àtìyá wa kí àwọn tó láyé káwọn tó nílẹ̀ kó dáríjì wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kárẹ́ ìyọ́nú ilé bàbá wa kárẹ́ ìyọ́nú ilé ìyá wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè káwọn aláṣekù kó dúró tì wá kó bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé eégún òrìṣà tó ń dúró ti àwọn aláṣekù àṣèbà a ní kó dúró tì wá kalẹ̀ a ní kó darí wa síbi tí oore síbi tí ọlá síbi tí ọlà káwọn tó ṣàwokù sẹ́yìn fáwọn tó filẹ̀ fún wa ẹ darí wa síbẹ̀ ká rí ní ìlọ́po láṣẹ Èdùmàrè wọ́n níjọ́ tí òní bá fojú kan ọ̀run ìjẹ́ yẹn ló ń yọ káwọn aláṣekù yọ́nú sí wa kó jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ aráyé kó yọ́nú sí wa èèyàn dúdú ni èèyàn funfun ni ìṣọkùnrin ni ìṣobìnrin ni ọmọdé ni àgbà ni lẹ́bọ lóògùn ni afàìmọ́niṣe ni aṣenitán bá ní dárò ni oṣó olé ni àjẹ́ ilé ni káwọn aláṣepọ̀ kọjá kó yọ́nú sí wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń pè tá à ń fún lẹ́bọ kó gbà á, káwọn lọ́sẹ̀ kó gbà á, kó má da ẹbọ wa kó má dà sí wa lára láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ibi gbogbo tá a bá wá kọjú sí wọn níbi gbogbo ni ibi gbogbo òun ni ojú owó báyìí ló ti ń gba ọrẹ, ibi gbogbo la ti máa gba ọrẹ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní òwúrọ̀ ọjọ́ kan kì í mọ́ kó ṣú kí balùwẹ̀ má gbore, bí balùwẹ̀ ṣe ń gbore lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé ni kémi àti yín ká máa gba ọrẹ, ọrẹ kàbìtì kàbìtì, ọrẹ làǹtìlàǹtì, ọrẹ ńláńláńlá, ọrẹ àníkún, ọrẹ àlékún, ọrẹ odindi odindi báyìí òun ni ká máa gbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní ire wáì òun lójú owó máa ń rí, ojú owó ò kì í rí bí ojú èmi àti yín kò ní rí bí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ibi tá a wá kọjú sí ire ni ká máa bá ń bẹ̀, gbogbo ibi tá a dáwọ́ wa lé, gbogbo nǹkan tá a dáwọ́ lé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kó máa yọrí sí rere. Àṣeyọrí ni tọjọ́ o, àṣeyọrí ni tòòrùn, kí tèmi àti yín kó di àṣeyọrí ní gbogbo ọ̀nà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá gbéṣẹ́ tí àwọn aláṣepọ̀ gbéṣẹ́ fún yín, táwọn tó ṣàwò kù sẹ́yìn tó gbéṣẹ́ fún yín, tẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí mọ̀ pé wọ́n gbéṣẹ́ fún yín, kí etí inú yín kó là, kójú inú yín kó là láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kẹ́ ẹ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ tó gbé fún yín, iṣẹ́ tó ń rán yín. Gbogbo àwa tá a wá jókòó tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrú mọlẹ̀, àní ṣe lásán, wọn ò ní dá sí wa lára, àní fọmọ ṣe, àní fìyàwó ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àní fara wa ṣe o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ibi gbogbo tá a bá kọjú sí wọ́n máa dúró tì wá, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ á dúró tì wá, àwọn tó ṣàwò kù sẹ́yìn wọ́n á dúró tì wá. Wọ́n ní tá a bá kọjú síwájú, àwọn tó ṣàwò kù sẹ́yìn là ń wò wájú, àwọn là ń pè lára wájú. Wọ́n ní tá a bá wò ẹ̀yìn, èrò ẹ̀yìn tá à ń wò, àwọn òrìṣà ló wà lẹ́yìn wa. Wọ́n ní tá a bá kọjú sí apá àlàáfíà, tá a kọjú sápá ọ̀tún, wọ́n láwọn ẹgbẹ́ wa là ń rí ń bẹ̀, kí gbogbo wọn báyìí kan dúró tì wá, káwọn aláṣepọ̀ dúró tì wá wájú, káwọn òrìṣà kó tì wá lẹ́yìn, káwọn ẹgbẹ́ wa kó rọ̀gbà yí wa ká lọ́tún àti lósì, ká má dálé ayé yìí ṣe, ká má dárìn, ká má dá ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, kó má dá sí wa lára o. Ẹ̀yin ẹgbẹ́ ayé ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run, a ṣe músòmúsò ẹgbẹ́, a ṣe àkíyèká ẹgbẹ́, ẹgbẹ́ ayé ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run, ẹ wá dúró tì wá, ẹ wá bá wa ṣe, ẹ wá bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, lórí ọkọ ni o, lórí aya ni o, lórí ọmọ ni o, lórí iṣẹ́ ni o, lórí ìrìn àjò kankan tá a fẹ́ rìn ni, ẹ wá ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ká má fojú sunkún ọmọ o, ká má rí bí gbéhùn sọnù bí kò ṣe bí ọmọ. Wọ́n ní ẹnu ọtí kì í tí, ẹnu bàbá ìbàjẹ́, káyé mi àti yín má tì, kó má bàjẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ká gbó, ká tọ́, ká fèrègì jòbì, ká má dàgbà yà nílé ayé yìí, ká má fi wàhálà àti ìdààmú ká má fi lo ilé ayé. Owó, ọlá, ajé àti ọlà tá à ń retí, tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún, àwa la máa ná. A máa jókòó báyìí, a máa ná, a máa ṣe àṣejèrè ẹni, àní fi wo àìsàn, àní fi ṣẹjọ́. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní lù wá ní jìbìtì owó àti iṣẹ́ tá a ṣe, wọn ò ní lù wá ní jìbìtì ara. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ tí ì lọ́kọ, tẹ́ ẹ̀ tí ì láya nílé, ẹ̀ ní gbé egun eléegun o, ẹ̀ ní fọ́kọ rẹ̀ ṣe ọkọ, ẹ̀ ní fi àlè, ẹ̀ ní fi ṣe ọkọ, ẹ̀ ní fi ṣe aya láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ọkọ bí ọ̀rẹ́, ọkọ bí bàbá, ìyàwó bí ìyá, ìyàwó bí ọ̀rẹ́, tẹ́ ẹ máa ṣọ̀rẹ́ ara yín kalẹ̀, òun lélẹ́dùmarè máa gbé wá fún yín, òun lórí máa gbé wá fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kéèyàn máa ṣí láti ibìkan lọ sí ibìkan, àwọn aláṣepọ̀ ò ní sọ ti yín díbẹ̀. Ẹ rí ibùjókòó ayọ̀, ẹ rí jókòó sí. Àwọn tó fẹ́ yín sílé, inú wọn máa dùn, ayọ̀ wọn máa kún pé ijọ́ tí lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá wọnú ilé yìí, ijọ́ ẹnire wọlé láyọ̀ wọlé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bẹ́ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ṣe ń wọnú ilé ọkọ yín, tẹ́ ń gbéyàwó sínú ilé, ìyàwó á finú ṣoyún, á fẹ̀yìn gbọmọpọ̀n láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹni tó wá ti jẹ́ alábíamọ láàrin wa, àwọn ọmọ tá a ti bí, ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi wọ́n dà wá láàmú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn ló máa sin wá, àwọn ọmọ yẹn ló máa dúró tì wá, àwọn ọmọ yẹn ló máa ṣe aṣọ alẹ́ fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní ṣánkú o, wọn ò ní fi wọ́n dà wá láàmú. Ẹrù tálábíamọ ìkítù wọn ò ní gbé wá ká èmi àti yín mọ́lé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin aláboyún, ẹni tó ti róyún nú yín, ó di dandan kán rọ́mọ lẹ́yìn yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. aláṣẹ Èdùmàrè níjọ́ òkúnlẹ̀ yín báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń fi tọ̀tún kúnlẹ̀ lẹ́ máa fi tìkejì dìde. Omi ò ní pọ̀ jù ńjọ́ yẹn, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní pọ̀ jù, omi ò ní ṣaláì tó, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní ṣaláì tó, wọn ò ní fọ̀bẹ, wọn ò ní fi gbẹ̀dẹ yín. Bí igi ṣe ń bọ́ lára, bí ewé ṣe ń bọ́ lára igi tí òun nigi lára, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ọmọ yẹn á bọ́ lára yín báyìí kò ní ní yín lára láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń dúró fọ̀rẹ́ fún aráalé tí wọ́n ń wojú Elédùmarè fún ọmọ, Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ olóòyàn ayọ̀ ládékojú ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi aṣọmọ ọmọ rere, ọmọ aláyọ̀, ọmọ alálùbáríkà á ṣe fún wọn. Inú wọn báyìí wọ́n máa fi gbóyún, ọlẹ̀ ayọ̀ á sọ sínú wọn. Òrìṣà abèjì á ṣe níbejì làǹtìlanti fún wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Owó, ọlá àti ọlà tí wọ́n nílò láti fi tọ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn, ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi wọ́n wọn, ayé ò ní fi wọ́n wọn, àwọn òrìṣà ò ní fi ṣe, wọn ò ní fi ṣe wàhálà àti ìdààmú fún wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Lórí ìlera ara wa, wọ́n ní kokoko báyìí ni ara ọ̀tá máa ń le, kokoko lára èmi àti yín máa le. Àní dùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn fọmọ, ọmọ ò ní dùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn fún wa. Àìsàn kéré ó tóbi ni wọn ò ní fi kankan nù ẹ̀ ṣe wá. Ìtó gbóògùn ni o, ìtí ò gbóògùn ni wọn ò ní fi kankan nù ẹ̀ ṣe wá. Àní fi àgbà wa, àní fi ṣe àìsàn. Àwọn àgbàlagbà tó dẹ̀ wà nínú ilé wa, wọn ò ní fàìsàn lògbà, wọn ò ní fi àgbàlagbà wa, wọn ò ní fi dààmú wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èyí tá a wí lẹ́yìn wọ́n ní táfẹ́fẹ́ bá fẹ́ akàngi oko lára ni, níbikíbi tẹ́ ẹ bá wà, afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ tó ń kàn yín lára, ìwúre yìí ló ń kàn yín lára, á mọ́ yín lórí, á mọ́ ẹlẹ́dàá yín ò ní tako, orí yín ò ní tako láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Torí pé wọ́n ní àwíṣẹ ní tifá, àfọ̀ṣẹ òun ní tọ̀rúnmìlà. Èyí tá a wí lẹ́yìn àṣẹ ti gùn, arọ ti rọ̀ mọ́, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. Torí pé wọ́n ní àbátálágẹmọ bá dá òun lòrìṣà òkè gbà. Èmi àti yín tún ti dábàá lẹ́ni, àti dábàá ire, àti dábàá ayọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Òrìṣà òkè ti fàṣẹ sí, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó wáyé pé omi lọ́ fi wẹ̀ yín níjọ́ tó bí yín, kí ìwúre yìí kó mọ́ yín lára. Tó wáyé pé kọ̀ọ̀kan lọ́ fi wẹ̀ yín níjọ́ tó gbẹ̀bí yín, kó kàn yín lára níbikíbi tó ìfẹ́ wà, kó dẹ̀ ṣẹ́ mọ́ yín lára. Irọ́ là ń pa Elédùmarè ọba òkè ló ń sọ di òótọ́. Ìta sọ lẹ́yìn kí Elédùmarè bá wa sọ di òótọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ ti gùn, arọ ti rọ̀ mọ́, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní kí Ifá ó bá wa ṣe, kí Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe, àwọn tó ṣawo kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe, àní kí Ifá ó bá wa ṣe, kí Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe, àwọn tó ṣawo kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe. Ifá bá wa ṣe o, Ifá gbè wá o, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí wọ́n á gbè wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o, títí ọ̀la. Tomorrow is Friday. Yes, we are going to be here live again tomorrow, 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 1 a.m. on the EST. Is going to be 5 a.m. on GMT and 10 p.m. on the Pacific time. We're going to be live. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. Emma Binu, I still wanted to join you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are not coming. Tomorrow we are not coming. We are taking a break tomorrow. Go to Owonrin party, go and flex, go and show off the creativity and the beauty of your culture in your fine dress. And those of you that do not like to go out, stay at home and enjoy Netflix and chill tomorrow. And those of you that we did the wure for, that you say you are looking for husband and wife, and you want to sit at home tomorrow, Saturday, when the whole world is coming, the whole world is going out, don't worry. Ọkọ yẹn máa di ọ̀fẹ́ àwa bá yín lé àfo géètì àfo wọnú lé yín. Ẹ má jáde lọ síta kẹ́ lọ wo nǹkan táwọn èèyàn ń ṣe. I'm off to àǹtí mi parí wà lọ́la. Ẹ lọ flex, ẹ lọ ṣe party lọ́la. You can catch the replay on YouTube if you're just joining us for the first time. Or you can stay at home and watch Ifa College on YouTube. Yes, you can stay at home. Go to YouTube, Yanifaiwa TV, and binge all the previous episodes you have missed. Yes, grab a popcorn and a drink and just relax and listen to the words of Olodumare. I have a video on YouTube right now. It's 3 hours of Iwure, non-stop Iwure tá a ṣe fún wákàtí mẹ́wàá. Wákàtí mẹ́ta ló pè, mẹ́ta ni. Wákàtí mẹ́ta ni. 3 hours of Iwure. Ẹ lọ gbọ́. If you don't have anything, just sit down and enjoy. Call your friends and your family. Pé we have found the truth and we are going to be a part of it. So Yanifaiwa TV is the Iyanifaiwa TV and chill. Benio, that's what we do now. Iyanifaiwa TV is a channel on YouTube. Go there and subscribe, turn on notification. Don't forget to go to ifacollege.ng and register for IFA STEM, IFA coding class, IFA the theory of everything. If you have an issue with your registration, whatever, just send a message via WhatsApp and I will see you tomorrow. Títí ọ̀la náà, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fún wa ní gift, ẹ̀yin la máa bá, ẹ̀yin àwa ni ẹ máa bá, ẹ̀yin náà la máa rí o. You are off to work. Have a great day at work. Thank you very much for joining.